Okay, so another Barvember maths challenge for us. It's the one for the 9th of November. A bag contains red, yellow, and blue counters. There are 3/8 as many yellow counters as red counters. There are 2/3 as many yellow counters as blue counters. And there are 175 more red counters than blue counters. And the question we are asked is, how many yellow counters are there? Okay, right. So White Rose Maths being a little kinder to us today than they were yesterday. Um, Right, so let us start here. There are 3/8 as many yellow counters as red counters. So I am going to start off by drawing a block for the red. Okay, and I'm going to choose this as a single unit. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know why I do this to myself actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's much easier. Why don't I do that? Okay, right. So I've divided my red into eighths, and there are 3/8 as many yellow counters as red counters. So now I'm going to do a block for the yellow, and I've divided this into eighths because yellow has 3/8 compared to red. See, I'm doing it the silly way again. Right. Okay. So I've done this. Okay. There are 2/3 as many yellow counters as blue counters. Okay. So this is going to be a block for blue. And there are 2/3 as many yellow as blue. So I've got to divide the whole block for yellow into two. And actually, okay, so if I divide that into two, that would make these, that would be 1/3 and that would be another third. Now, as I'm doing this, I've divided this block into two equal sized pieces. So I'm actually going to do the same for all the rest because it's nice to keep things the same. Okay. And now, so we now have these 2/3. So that's one of the thirds. That's 2/3. And of course, the blue has the 3/3. There we go. And again, we're going to divide this up. So I think I have got all of the information there so far. So I think that's fine. I've got there's 2/3 as many yellow counters as blue. And what about this last bit of information? There are 175 more red counters than blue counters. Okay, so that's my bar for red and that's my bar for blue. So what I'm going to do is make sure it's clear. Oh, well, if I could draw better, it would be, wouldn't it? I'm just going to do that, a line that's going to be easier. Okay, so that's where they are the same. And I'm just doing that so that we can, because I've not, the bars aren't adjacent to each other, just making it clear that that is the difference. And that is 175. So we know that the difference between red and blue has a value of 175. So how many equal sized blocks is that equivalent to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we want 175 divided by 7, and that gives us 25. So we now know that each of these blocks is 25 and all of them are the same. So all of these All of these squares here has a value of 25. Now, what's our question? Let's go back and check what that is. How many yellow counters are there? So this is the yellow bar. And how many blocks have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we now need 25 times 6. Okay, which is 150. And that is our answer. 150. Okay, a nice easy one, but I do hope that helps.